So remember the other day how I complained to her that my bed was on the ground? Apparently, all you got to do in this house to get things to change is put it on the vlog. I got home, and we have a bed. So let's talk about the current situation. It is Monday, 6:59 a.m. I like to say 6:59 because 7 seems lazy to me. Got a lot to get done today, but the first thing I got to do is go get an MRI on my groin. Why? Well, because as a 40-something-year-old man, I think I may have tore it. Hey, what is up, amigos? It is Carlos here. I am at the Well coffee shop. Well, I'm not in the Well right now. I'm in the parking garage. And I was in there trying to work. You guys saw I went to have an MRI this morning. Left completely fine. If those of you guys that struggle with anxiety and depression are going to understand this. I got here to the Well, and immediately as I started working, I started to assume the worst because I'm in a waiting session, right? Like, I'm not going to get the results till tomorrow. And although I know that the test was for a pulled groin, I'm automatically, my mind just goes to, oh, you know what? The technician probably saw a tumor around there somewhere. And this is where my mind goes. So if you are somebody that struggles with anxiety and worry, I'm with you. And I've got a couple thoughts that I'm going to let you guys know about. We're going to go down the road where it's a little bit less people are going to be walking by, and I can kind of spill my heart a little bit more to you guys on how I deal with days like today, waiting in the worry. Okay, so I've left the coffee shop and I've come back to my house now. And I want to talk for just maybe 30 seconds to maybe 3 minutes, I don't know, but just what to do when you worry. What to do, especially if you're somebody that struggles with anxiety, that struggles with worry. What happens when it creeps in? So today it's crept in for me, right? So I've had a hard time concentrating because I'm waiting and I'm worrying in my waiting. If you're like me and you struggle with anxiety, you know. Okay, now people will tell you to think about this, but this doesn't help me. I know that the worrying isn't going to change anything, right? So like, I know that. So I can say that to myself 1,000 times, but that doesn't necessarily change the fact that I worry. So then what ends up happening, inevitably, is I dive straight to the scriptures. When I do that, I begin to feel the work of the Lord start to move inside of me. Now remember, we're not talking about panic attacks. We're not talking about general anxiety disorder here. I'm talking about this specific web of worry. There are scriptures, right? So like in Philippians, it's the big one, right? It's the one that supposedly is supposed to help an anxious person. Philippians 4:6. Ready? Do not worry about anything, but in everything through prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. Now, I can read that again, and do not worry about anything. It says to not do that, but what happens when you still do it, right? Like, I'm still in it. My gut is still there. I'm still waiting. And what I'm doing is I'm placing my hope and relief on something somebody else is going to give me, as opposed to God. That's really where the worry comes from, is you're placing your hope on a fix, on something that somebody else is going to tell you, okay, or do for you, or whatever it may be, as opposed to the Lord himself. Now, where I go when scriptures like this don't work for me, I go to, where am I here? 2 Peter. 2 Peter chapter 5 really helps me deal with kind of the current state of affairs that my life is in the midst of worry. It says this: now the God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ Jesus, will personally restore you, establish you, strengthen you, and support you. Okay, so we've got 4 promises there. Watch this. It says, after you have suffered a little. So what that tells us is there will be suffering. I have suffered in my tearing of my groin muscle or whatever happened down there, right? There is suffering in my waiting, okay? I would say even people that don't struggle with anxiety, I've got to remember this, they still worry. It is a human condition. It is a human thing that we struggle with. What I need to do is go here and realize that all of these promises are going to be made, right? I'm going to be restored, established, strengthened, and supported after I've suffered a little. So suffering will come, worry will come, but know that at the end of the worry, there is a promise. That really, what it does is it allows me to understand that I'm joining in the suffering, the fellowship of the suffering of all the believers that are around the planet, and know that it's gonna be okay, it's gonna get better. Hopefully that's gonna encourage you guys just a little bit. That's really what the vlog is going to be all about today. I just wanna help you guys that are struggling with that. Give me a thumbs up if you would like more, maybe like a detailed vlog series, maybe not even a vlog series, a 3-part video series that can help you guys struggling with anxiety and depression. I've been struggling with it for a long time, and I know that that I probably have some tools that I can help you guys with. So give me a thumbs up if you'd like that, and I may throw that out here in the next couple weeks. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. Tomorrow's vlog, back to the familia. Peace up, A-Town down, and I'll talk to you guys mañana. So let's talk about the current situation. With some friends that have